All right, cool. So another thing I wanted to talk about today, which is an interesting concept, so follow me on this one. Do me a favor, just look around your room. Just do a scan of what's in your room. For everything from your bed to your dressers, just look around because everyone's rooms are different. You got equipment, you got studio equipment, you got drawers, you got refrigerators, you got all kinds of stuff. Okay. You got a mental awareness of the things in your room, right? So you can at least remember two or three things that are in your room. I want you to know that everything is a thought that someone chose to think long enough and hard enough. That's it. Your refrigerator was someone's thought. They're like, oh, I want to make freaking food cold. And they thought about it long enough and hard enough. And they, how can I do that? And da-da-da. And they built a refrigerator. And someone has the hat, was like, I want to make hats. And now Holiday's wearing one. I'm gonna make these little beanies. And I'm gonna think about that long enough. And I'm gonna make this. It was just someone's thought. The headphones that Brian's wearing, that was someone's thought. I want to make headphones that feel like this. I feel like I can make headphones better. The guitar, someone said, I want to make an instrument that feels like this. The shirt you're wearing is someone's thought. The color that it is someone's thought. Every single thing that you see around you was someone else's thought. So it's time for us to start thinking big, because that's all it is. It's just a thought. But someone held that thought long enough and hard enough to where it became something that we are now using. Every single thing is that. And when you really start to look around the world, you're like, why do people do this on every TV show? It was someone's thought. Why is everyone looking the same? It was someone's thought. Why does all the, like, literally you can go across the board? It was one person's thought at a time. And then someone else thought it too. They were like, I think that will work. I'll get that. I think that looks good. I'll buy that. I think that I will need this. That's all it is. It was someone else's thought. That's all these things are. It's just thoughts, thoughts that materialize. So it's important when you're thinking about what you're doing in music and what you're doing with your time. Realize if you're not spending enough time thinking about it, hard enough thinking about it, it might not become a manifested thought. And it doesn't have to be a career, but I'm saying, look at the things in your room. Some people have like paintings. That was someone's thought. Someone thought of making up that painting. And now you thought that you liked the painting, so you bought it. So that theory, when you really break it down to a small, really small moment, you can understand that literally anything you want to do is just your thought about it. That's all it is. It's just your thought. Like, how do you think about it? How do you perceive it? Do you see it as like this major mountain? Do you see it as like stress? How do you see your thoughts? Because if you see your thoughts as being overly consuming in a negative way, well, then they're probably not going to become manifested. And that's when people are trying to say the law of attraction. These are some of the things they're trying to say, but they're not really narrowing it down. It's what you think will become things if you think it long and hard enough. The interesting thing about it is, how long are you willing to think about it? How hard are you willing? And that's the part of free will. This is where it all connects. How much are you willing to do it? So I'm posing this to everyone in the group. Realize that you can create anything with enough thought.